All right. I finished watching season 8 episode 2 of Game of Thrones, the second episode to the 6 episode epic finale final season of Game of Thrones. And truth be told, I'm actually kind of underwhelmed. For those of you out there who really like character interactions, you may enjoy this one. But I like character interactions, but I feel like there may be just a little too much in this episode. There are at least 3 scenes in this episode that takes place in one room where a bunch of characters just sit down and have a drink and talk, and it's just and the whole episode takes place in Winterfell, so nothing in King's Landing, nothing in Pike, nowhere, whatever, and it's just you know all the characters gathering in Winterfell right now, and they're all waiting for the ultimate war with the Night King. So yeah, while I'm excited for the next episode where the war happens, I'm still kind of underwhelmed by this episode, to be honest. I don't know why. I mean, there are a couple of really cool scenes, like that scene where Jamie knighted Brienne. That was pretty emotional. I like it a lot. And that other scene with Arya and Gendry. Uh, Arya's scenes are so far, I think, the most interesting ones actually. I want to talk about that Arya scene a little bit more because it feels kind of weird. Because in season one, Maisie Williams was like, I don't know, like 11 or 10, and now she's stripping herself naked, making out with Gendry, having sex with Gendry, showing her side boob, like pretty adult thing, not gonna lie. And it's I don't feel disgusted by that at all. In fact, I'm actually kind of glad that uh, this scene happened because you can really see that Maisie Williams had grown up, and so is everyone else in the show, including Sophie Turner. And speaking of Sophie Turner, my least favorite scene in the entire episode is probably the scene where, um, what's her name? Sansa Stark. I don't know why I suddenly forget about it. Sansa Stark and Daenerys discussing, and it's this really weird out of place scene. Like in the beginning of the season they were just so not cool with each other, and all of a sudden they were pretty friendly, but then at the end of the scene it just kind of ends off in this sour taste, and there were all these really uncomfortable close-up shots of Sophie Turner and Emilia Clarke, and it's just kind of weird and out of place. But that's just one critique. I think overall the episode is okay. I don't know if I like this episode more than the last one, though, because this episode it's not as versatile as the last one. But also there are a lot of interesting character interactions. Also, this episode is full of all these scenes where characters talk to each other and they talk about things that happened in the season in the show before, like Samwell telling Jorah about Jorah's dad being a cool Lord Commander, like the Hound telling Arya about what happened, and like Theon meeting Sansa again. That's another reunion scene. Sansa and Theon reuniting, and Theon talking about, oh, I took Winterfell from Bran before, and now I want to defend him. Like, these are cool character interactions, but it's all. Do you remember this? Do you recall this kind of scenes? And I wish they could do more. Uh, there's another scene towards the end of the episode where Jon Snow tells Dany the truth, and I guess yeah, it's a really bad time to tell the truth right before the war, because now it's just awkward. Now it's just like, if the people, if the living cannot, hold together, then they can't really defeat the dead, who are definitely holding together. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just, I'm giving this episode a 7 out of 10. I guess a decent 7. Maybe it's gonna grow on me, but I feel like, yeah, I feel like David and Dan, they only focused on the two major battles on the entire season. So a lot of other plot points are being missed out. So I feel like the problem of the episode would be that there are not enough plot points. And yeah, I just really wish that the last season of Game of Thrones would be a really epic, climactic, redeeming, and satisfying one at the end. And I just, Breaking Bad ended in such a perfect way, and I wish the same would happen for Game of Thrones. But yeah, either way, this episode is a 7 out of 10, and I look forward to the next episode.